So if you could just let us know who you're cosplaying as this weekend.
I'm just a generic portal scientist from Aperture Laboratories. I got a name card, but I've lost it, unfortunately.
Carolyn from Portal 2.
I'm Gordon Freeman with Stolen Technology.
And GLaDOSs from Portal 2. I'm sort of the busted up GLaDOS from Portal 2.
We're going as Doctor Who, so Fifth Doctor, a Weeping Angel,
Amy Pond,
and Idris,
the TARDIS.
Do fish have fingers?
Well, right now I'm Mordecai from Borderlands 2. I'm actually here with a huge Borderlands group today. There's about 16 of us earlier. We're sort of doing some filming outside for cool videos and got a lot of pictures so far. So it's been really cool.
And so did you guys make your own costumes?
Yeah. Yep.
I made the lab coat, but you can just buy these guns online.
Yeah, apart from the props.
We did, yeah.
Yes and no. I did most of all the sort of the props, and I modded the prop gun and all the boots and the sort of like the pouches and stuff. But all the sewing is actually done by my girlfriend, who is actually cosplaying Gage right now because I can't sew. If I tried, this looks significantly worse.
Which bit took longest to make?
These coups, because I had to get like all the parts together and like paint everything, get all like playlist together.
I'd say the headset. I made it out of a salad bowl and headphones and a torch.
Well, it's just the lab coat, really, just drawing it, getting it right. I've had about 3 of these I wasn't happy with, so.
This eyepiece.
Yeah, just like the stitching, basically.
Which bit took longest?
The skirt. Probably stuffing myself into the wings this morning.
My Captain Marvel skirt for tomorrow took me 12 hours. I was dyeing it at 7 a.m. yesterday before we came, so
This was
that
a
was
3-day
fun.
project. I made the whole thing from scratch in 3 days.
To be honest, for me, sort of building it, nothing particularly took too long at all, really, because it wasn't particularly difficult. The hard bit for me was just thinking how I was going to do the hair, because I don't work with hair. I've got really long hair normally, but I don't know what to do with it. But luckily, a friend of mine's really good and sorted that out, and that took about, I don't know, half an hour. But in terms of what took the longest, I don't know. Really, I actually have no idea. It all sort of equally took an hour or two here and there for each individual bit.
And so how long did it take overall to make everything?
A few months.
About, 2 months.
3 days.
About 3 months.
About a couple of days.
Well, this
Nothing.
is mostly
Overall.
Amy was bought, so
I'm not in costume.
it's just her face.
I think it's very rude of you to bring it up.
I actually had most of it already sort of, at least the base part of it, made sort of by last Expo. Because in between last Expo and this one, I've been like particularly busy sort of education, work, that kind of thing. So I didn't really have time to do something from scratch. So I kind of just built on what I had last time. And it looks... My only goal was to make it look better than it did last time. And because I've not missed out 75% of the costume, I think it does. So that's all right.
And so, other than yourselves, what's the best costume you guys have seen so far this weekend? I'm going to start at this end.
I saw 2 guys in Mario Karts just running around all the place.
Either the Skyrim people or I'd say the 2 Halo ODST people.
I think I'm going to go with the Halo armor guys as well, I think.
Lady Loki.
I honestly can't think of a single one that they're all too good for most of them to see. It really is. I mean, yeah, too many.
I actually have seen, I know you sort of see them at every expo. They're kind of like the Halo Spartan armors, the Master Chiefs. But I saw particularly really good. It was like a red Spartan, sort of on the way out the entrance a few sort of like an hour or two ago. And I mean, because I know it's all that sort of like Peppercure and like paper craft programs done with like fiberglass and stuff. So when you know how to do it, you can appreciate just how good they can be more. So it's that was probably the best one I've seen so far.
And so how long have you guys been cosplaying?
About a year.
I think about 5 years now.
2 years.
About 6 years.
Expo only about 3 years, but in general about 7 years.
We have cosplayed before, I certainly have.
Cosplayed before, but first time at Comic
It's our
Con.
first Comic-Con, so yeah, that's good. We really enjoy ourselves.
A couple years now. I actually got into it through. I started going to university in Norwich about 3 years ago now, And some friends of ours have been going to Expo before. They told us about it. We head down, and like I said before, I cosplayed Mortal Kombat 3 Cyrax. That was my first Expo, and I was there with a couple of friends. And since then, it's been about a good 3 years. And I'm still cosplaying with the same people, but we've met a lot of cool people through it. It's been a really fun hobby. Met some of the best friends. Actually met my girlfriend through cosplay. So yeah, it does work out.
And so what got you guys started?
My first one was actually Cloud Final Fantasy VII many Halloweens ago.
I saw lots of costumes here and I really wanted to make one, and I made Sheik from Zelda.
I was Nero from Devil May Cry 4.
I was Yuna from Final Fantasy.
I was Poison Ivy from Batman.
Great. And so what got you guys into cosplaying?
We love dressing up.
I like strong female characters, so Lara Croft, Jill Valentine.
It's a British
Doctor Who,
institution.
it is a British institution.
I cracked up on all the doctors over there just now. They screamed. It was brilliant.
I make costumes for a living,
So it kind of evolved. I studied theatre.
It's a
natural thing.
And will you guys be travelling back in costume later?
No, I'll be wiping this all off.
I'm off at 3, I'm afraid, so...
How about we?
Yeah, I'll be in the car, so.
Yeah, we're going
We're going to a gig later. I'll probably go in this.
Yeah.
I think you should, definitely.
Yeah.
Being Catwoman on the train, on the tube yesterday was interesting.
It was.
It was also very cold, because that was a short skirt.
No, I'll be travelling to the Ibis, which is about a stone's throw away from the Expo Hall. When it comes to going home, I'm going to brush the spray out of my hair, just bear with the pain that's going to happen, and just go home. Because I'm from Norwich, so it's like a 2.5 hour train, so I'm just going to want to be as comfortable as possible, especially after Expo weekend.
Long trip for you?
No, only 20 minutes.
Or Dorset, it's about away. Yeah.
Just a 30-minute journey.
And so what's next for the cosplaying? What plans have you got?
October convention.
I hope to be Mephisto Feliz from Blue Exorcist in October.
I think October's the time between Hay from Darker Than Black, or it's going to be a Homestuck Troll of some sort.
I may be doing Katniss.
I'm either going to be finishing my HTV suit, or just going to be Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog.
I actually have my own cosplay page on Facebook. If you look up Cherry D Cosplays, that's my page. I've got all my plans and all stuff that I've done on there.
I'm her photographer.
That's my photographer, yeah. I've got a list of long as my arm of people that I want to try, so... What did we decide was going to be my next one? Lara Croft at university?
Yeah, Lara, that's our next one.
I mean, this is kind of, especially from like more of a personal point, this is the time when you decide what you do next Expo, is who you see at Expo beforehand, who you're with, what they want to do. I mean, I would never really sort of cosplay by myself. I'm always with some kind of group, and they normally do particularly get quite big. And at the moment, there's kind of talks of possibly doing like a Mortal Kombat group next time, or the more likely one is like a big sort of DC group for Arkham Origins and the Injustice downloadable content that keeps coming out. So think of doing a big group for sort of the big DC things that are going to be coming out by the time next, because Man of Steel is going to be coming out as well. So it's going to be really, I think October is going to be a big DC heavy expo. So probably doing a DC group.
And what would be the dream costume?
Don't know.
There's so many, isn't there? It's true. I always like the armour from Halo. I thought that was really good.
I don't even care.
Something badass, you know?
The HTV suit if I ever finish it.
If you ever get to it.
Dream costume.
Assassin. Corzan from Assassin's Creed.
That's tricky. That's a difficult one.
I think Arwen from Lord of the Rings. That is the big challenge. When I do that, I'll be making it from scratch. The full-blown velvet jewellery, hair, ears. Yeah.
That's really difficult. I love all the costuming in Moulin Rouge, so I'd have to go with one of Satine's costume dresses in that. Maybe the sparkly one.
Yes.
Sparkling diamonds.
Yes.
That would be fun to wear. I think I'd enjoy that.
Cyrax from Mortal Kombat 9, without a doubt, because I'm a huge Mortal Kombat nerd in general, and I've cosplayed Cyrax from Mortal Kombat 3 before, back in the proper sort of retro motocross armor, that kind of business. But since the new game came out, he's got this really cool, like sort of a hyper modern, almost like Iron Man look to him, but it's sort of like really sort of fluent and thin because he's supposed to be like, an acrobatic fighter kind of thing. But I haven't got the skills to do it, but I'd love to do that.